Hey everyone, it's Cailin and welcome to my channel. Today I have a really great focused workout for the glutes. This is going to be a glute burner today. We have a loop resistance band for our prop. So this is going to be a great option to add extra strength and toning work. So I have a heavy band here. They come in all different levels of resistance. So go ahead and grab yours if you don't have yours already with you, or you can go ahead and grab a long stretchy band that you can tie up so it's about this size. We're going to be putting it mainly around our thighs today, so just to get that little extra toning for the glutes. So before we get started, I wanted to mention that I do have a newly released membership option on my website. You can check out all the details in the link in the description below. It's going to be offering more content than what I offer here on my YouTube channel. So some longer workout options, some skills and tutorial based options, a monthly workout calendar, lots of fun stuff on there. So go ahead and check that out if you get a chance. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and start into our workout. So go ahead and grab your band. And we're going to place it around the thighs. So you're going to slide it right through, right around the legs. And once you get it right in the middle of the thigh, you're going to go ahead and lay down on your back. And once you're there, you're going to widen the stance of your feet so you can feel just a little extra resistance on that band. And we're going to bring our arms down by our sides. And already with the legs a little bit wider, you should feel just a little extra in those glutes, especially kind of on the outer glutes there. So with the feet firmly planted into the floor, I want you to take a deep breath in. And we're going to roll the spine off the mat into a very low bridge. So you're going to come up just so the lower back comes off the mat, that mid back, upper back is still connected. And then you're going to lower it back down. And then we're going to do that again. We're going to exhale, flatten the low back, roll up and lift, just enough to engage those glutes, and then go ahead and lower. We're going to do that 3 more times. Good, roll down, lower. Last 2. And last one, this one I want you to lift and hold into that low bridge. So normally in our bridge, we come up to that nice flat back. So this is a lot lower than what we normally do. Again, we're just holding here, squeezing those glutes. We're going to take a few more deep breaths here. Go ahead, exhale. Squeeze those glutes a little more. Good, 2 more. Exhale. And last one. And exhale. This time roll it all the way up into that full bridge position. Now you're going to keep a flat back here as we start to lower and lift the hips. We're going to hinge at the hip joint as we lower, about 3/4 of the way down. Exhale, press and lift back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So legs will probably be a little bit wider than what we normally do, hip distance apart. Again, just to give that extra resistance into the band. Good, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Go ahead and lift and hold. Now from here, we're going to do an alternating single leg lift. So transferring your weight to your right leg, left leg's going to come up to a tabletop position, and then we place it down other side. The right leg lifts. Good, place down, switch. Left leg. Pelvis stays in that parallel position. Back of the ribs are staying pulling down. They're not touching the mat, but we don't want to pop those ribs up towards the ceiling. Let's do 2 more sets. Good, last set. Okay, now keep this left leg lifted up into tabletop. We're going to do little pulses up and down with this right glute. So lower, lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and place that left leg down. Right leg's going to lift up. Doing same thing on this side. Lower, lift. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and place that right foot down, even off those hips, and then go ahead and lower the spine bone by bone and release. All right, I want you to bring your feet together so they're touching, and legs are going to be even wider. So go ahead and widen those knees even more so you have more resistance on that band. And we're going to do that flat back bridge here just like this. So we're going to go ahead and use those glutes, lift it up, lower almost all the way down, tap and lift, lower, lift. And getting into those outer hips and glutes a little bit deeper. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then lower it all the way down. All right, keeping that band right there on the thighs, we're gonna roll over onto your side. Doesn't matter which one, you can go ahead and face me this way, and then prop yourself up onto your hand and find that nice long spine from your crown of your head to your pelvis. And we're gonna keep the bottom leg bent, and then that top leg is gonna reach out nice and long. Go ahead and stack those hips here. Pull that core in, and we're gonna start to lift and lower that top leg. So this is very similar to what we do in our side lying leg series. But again, we have that extra band for resistance. Try to keep that leg in parallel, so toes and knees pointing forward. Okay, let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and hold the leg at hip height or do small circles. So trying to keep the pelvis nice and still. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lower it down for just a moment. All right, we're gonna take that leg up to hip height next, and we're gonna pulse it back behind us. We're not gonna do quick pulses, nice controlled press backs. So we're gonna take that leg back up, and without moving the spine or the pelvis, we're gonna press back using that glute and hamstring. So we press. So you're opening up that front of that hip flexor to squeeze that glute and bring that leg back. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna take the leg forward, keep that hip at a 90-degree angle, and we're gonna lift and lower up towards the ceiling. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and bend the knees, and we're gonna prop onto that forearm now. Keep the feet together this time, and we're gonna do a clam with a hip lift at the same time. So try to keep the shoulder right over that elbow. Feet are gonna stay glued together. Your top hand can come onto your waist, and we're gonna press the hips up and forward as we open that top leg into a clam position and then lower down. We lift and lower. Good, lift, lower. Squeezing those hips forward. 5 more, 5, 4, last 3, 2, 1, stay lifted and hold. We're gonna open and close that leg for 5, 4, 3, stabilize with the rest of that body, 2, and 1. Good, lower everything all the way down. You can sit on up, swing your legs right over to the other side. And we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this side. So go ahead and lower yourself down. Find that nice long spine from the crown of the head to that pelvis. Bottom leg will stay slightly bent. We're gonna reach that top leg nice and long. Stack those hips. We're gonna start to lift and lower that leg. Good, lift. Nice, keep reaching long through that leg as you pull your core in and up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring it up to hip height. Small circles. Nice and controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We reverse. Good. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower it down for just a moment. All right. We're going to take it back up to hip height, and we're going to do those press backs. So go ahead and lift it here. Keep that pelvis and torso nice and still. And we go ahead and press it back. Good. Squeezing that glute. Good. Press. Opening the front of that hip flexor. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to sweep it forward, and then we lift and lower. Lift. 8, 7, 6. Keep that top hip stacked. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and take that top knee on top of the bottom. Prop yourself up onto your forearm. And we'll do that clamming with that hip lift. So really press yourself away from the floor with that upper body. Stay stable into that shoulder. And then we lift the hips up, open that top leg, and then lower and close. Good. Lift and lower. Use the glutes to press the hips forward as you come up. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. This time lift and hold, open and close for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring it all the way back down. All right, now we're going to come on up onto the knees fully, and we're going to widen the knees a little wider than hip distance apart. Now we're going to take the arms forward, straight ahead. And you should, again, feel that resistance already starting in the outer hips and glutes. Now, we're going to sink the hips down to the feet, and then we're going to press the hips forward as we press the arms back. And then we lower the hips, arms come forward, and then we lift and press. Good. Lower and lift. And lift. So think about as if you were standing up and doing a squat, keeping that chest nice and tall and lifted, and using the glutes to bring us up. And lift. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring it all the way up. All right, now onto all fours. Go ahead and come onto hands and knees. And have those shoulders right over the wrists. Keep that core pulling in nice and strong. We're going to take that right leg. We're going to reach it up to hip height here. Your hip bone is still facing the floor, not turned out to the side. And we're going to tap that toe down and lift it up. So we tap and lift. So similar motion that we did on laying on our side with those press backs. Hopefully you could feel this a little bit more in this position. And you can lift that leg up a little bit higher without changing the shape of that spine. So really stabilize through that spine and that core, and that's going to help isolate that glute even more. Good. Now you have 2 more. On your second one, lift it up, hold it, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bend that knee, place it down. We're going to switch it right to the other side. Lifting, reaching back. Good. Leg is at hip height. Pull that core in. Spine long. Tap and lift. Good. Tap and lift. Your band might slide up a little bit like mine did. If you need to adjust, go ahead and do that. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then go ahead and lower it down. All right, I'm gonna adjust my band and then we're gonna lay down onto our bellies and finish with a couple more exercises there. It's nice if the band is more laid flat as opposed to rolled up like mine just did. All right, so once you get there, go ahead and lower down. And we're gonna take the legs about mat distance apart. And your hands can be a little pillow for your forehead. Your shoulders are sliding down and your belly is pulling in and up from the floor. Now, the glutes are already engaged as you press your hips down into the floor. And you're gonna keep your upper body where it is as you start to lift and lower those legs, both together. So we lift. Again, the spine is not moving. The pelvis is staying nice and steady. Should be feeling those glutes. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4. At the same time, you're reaching those legs out of the hip sockets. Last 2. 1. Lift and hold. Now little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't forget about your core. You don't want to feel this in your lower back. 3, 2, 1. And lower it all the way down. All right, stay here. I want you to bend the knees and touch the toes together. So big toes will be touching. Knees are still nice and wide. Now belly's pulling in, glutes are engaged. We'll start to lift and lower those toes by lifting the quads off the floor and then lowering them back down. So we lift and lower. We're doing that by squeezing our glutes. Lift, lower. So don't think of bending your knees to bring your feet back. Think about lifting your toes higher towards the ceiling, like you're trying to poke a hole towards the ceiling. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, hold, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time lower the knees. Extend the legs all the way out. All right, reach the arms nice and long. Bend the knees again. And this time just start to windshield wiper the legs side to side. Just getting a little massage into that lower back. And then go ahead and take the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back into a quick child's pose. You can have your knees wide or knees together. Take 1 more breath here. And then go ahead and roll your spine, stacking on top of your feet. And we're gonna slide that band off the thighs just for a couple of stretches. So go ahead and bring that band off. You can toss it off to the side. We're done with that now. And we're gonna do a little figure 4 stretch first. You have a couple options. You can do regular figure 4 lying on your back, or you can do a seated figure 4. So for that one, you're gonna stay here. Arms will go behind your back, so it's a good chest stretch as well. Take, say, left ankle first, cross it over the right knee. And if you need an additional stretch, you can hop your hips forward towards that front foot. And then open that knee, that top knee away from you as you do that. You should feel that in your left glute and hip. Okay, a couple more breaths here. And then let's go ahead and release that, and we'll switch it to the other side. So right ankle over left knee. Go ahead and shift those hips forward if you need that extra stretch. And then open that right knee away from you. This one is so extra tight today. And just breathe. Try not to hold any tension in the neck or the shoulders. Just let it go. Good, 1 more breath. Good. Uncross that leg, lay yourself all the way down. This time, extend your right leg along the floor, pull that left knee into your chest. And we'll go ahead and bring it across the body with that right hand grabbing onto that left knee, and you can look over that left shoulder. This is a nice glute and lower back stretch. The tightness of the two, the glutes and the lower back, can definitely be connected. So if your lower back feels tight, you might want to try to release both the lower back and the glutes. And if your glutes are tight, you might want to release the lower back. So it can also be connected to the hip flexors as well. So always good to release and stretch out those hip flexors too. All right, so other side. Just try to release any tension everywhere else. Shoulders, jaw, forehead. Take 2 more breaths here. Let me go ahead and bring it back to center. Go ahead and bend the knees, walking the knees and the feet close to each other. Then you're going to butterfly those legs so the feet are together and the knees are wide. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. And just take 2 breaths here. One more deep breath into the ribs. And then go ahead and bring those knees together. Bring the knees into the chest. Maybe rock the hips side to side a couple times. And then we'll go ahead and rock it all the way up to a seated position. And we are done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'd love to hear if you did use the band today. If you're interested in getting a band, I do have a link in the description below of a band that I really love. So go ahead and check that out. But let me know what you thought of this class. And if you're interested in doing something else today, I'm going to link 2 videos here. This one I think is a great option for you here on the top. And then the one down below here is my most recent video before this one. So hope you will get a chance to check those out. And if you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. And I look forward to seeing you back here next time on the mat.